Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salaam alaikum. Hikmah number 211, Amirul Mu'mineen continues and he says, الصبر يناضل الحدثان والجزع من أعوان الزمان. Says that patience will help you weather every single calamity. And jaza', uncontrollable grief, grief that has absolutely no basis, nothing with a semblance of patience within it, that sort of grief will attract more hardships towards you. Patience is one of those sifat karima, one of those moral characteristics that is spoken about so often within the Quran, within narrations. To be patient, because it attracts all of the other sifat karima, it attracts all of the other good moral characteristics towards an individual. In the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا أَصَابَكَ. Be patient on that which is coming your way. And in reality, in Surah Al-Ankabut, verse number 2, he's telling us that this is the nature of your being. This is the nature of belief, that you will be tested. He says, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسِ أَن يَتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ. Do they believe, do those men think that when they say, I believe, I have belief, I have iman, that they won't be tested? No, of course, the human being has been made to be tested. And sabr is from amongst those characteristics of the prophets of God. In Surah Al-Anbiya, verse number 85, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about three such prophets: Idris, Ismail, and Dhul-Kifl. All of them were from amongst the patient. And what was the result of their patience? وَأَدْخَلْنَاهُمْ فِي رَحْمَتِنَا إِنَّهُمْ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. And so we admitted all of them into our rahmah, into our mercy, into our grace, and surely they were amongst the righteous. So to be patient, it is amongst the characteristics of the prophets of God. And it's interesting that when the believer enters into heaven, the angels come forward and they greet that individual. And what is it that they say to him? Salamun alaykum bima sabartum, فَنِعْمَ عُقْبَى الدَّارِ. Peace be upon you, upon that which you were patient. It doesn't say, peace be upon you, welcome to this heaven because of your salah, because of your sawm, but it says sabr. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, when addressing the believer, he says that today I've rewarded you for what? For those things that you were patient about. Why is there no mention of fasting? Why is there no mention of prayers? The reason being that one cannot complete any of those without patience. See, patience in worship is required as well. And so when Amirul Mu'mineen is saying, وَالصَّبْرُ يَنَاضِلُ الْحِدْثَانِ, patience allows you to brave calamities, the difficulties of this dunya, he's referring to patience across the board. Patience in worship, patience in the face of sin, patience in the face of calamity, patience in the face of amr bil ma'roof, patience in the face of seeking knowledge. All of these things require patience. And then he says, وَالْجَزَعُ مِنْ أَعْوَانِ الزَّمَانِ. And doing jaza', having this uncontrollable grief that has no patience in it, where a person begins to question God, where a person begins to start saying various things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why did God do this? Why did God do that to me? All of this will attract more hardship because there is nothing for them to root themselves to attach themselves to. The one that has patience attaches himself towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he is able to overcome any difficulty within this world. There isn't anything that could bring that person down because he is connected to that ultimate power. And the one that is patient in the face of all of these trials. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, and glad tidings to the one that is patient. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.